A guten Erev Shabbos and a guten Chodesh, my dear friends. Shabbos Parshas Korach, and Shabbos is going to be the first day of Rosh Chodesh Tammuz. Shabbos and Sunday is Rosh Chodesh Tammuz. So today we light the candles here at 8:12 here in Brooklyn. Please make sure to pray for our brothers and sisters in Eretz Israel. Men put on tefillin before sunset. And pray for the hostages to come back, to be safe and come back home safely. And for all our brothers and sisters around the world should be safe. And for Mashiach to come. This week is going to be Gimel Tammuz, the third day of Tammuz. It is the Chag HaGeula of the previous Rebbe, and it is 30 years since we saw the Rebbe physically. We know the Rebbe is with us, the Rebbe blesses us, the Rebbe continues to guide us. And from this week's Torah portion, we really can see the role of the true Jewish leader. And the story of Korach. Korach was the one who rebelled against the leader, against Moshe Rabbeinu. The Rebbe points out that Korach had 3 questions. He said, number one, he asked Moshe Rabbeinu if your house is full with Torah scrolls, do you still need to have a mezuzah on the doorpost? Moshe Rabbeinu told him yes. And he says, that doesn't make sense. You have the whole house is full with Torah scrolls. Why do you need another one on the doorpost? Second question was, Tali shekulei techeles, with the mitzvah of tzitzis, when we have a 4-corner garment, it needs to have strings. There's special tzitzis. In this tzitzis, there's also one blue string that originally in the Torah tells us that this is what needs to be. So he says, if I have a garment that is completely blue, has that color, that tcheles color, do I still need to put in that one string that is blue? And Moshe Rabbeinu says, yes, you do need to have it. And again, Korach didn't accept that answer. So that doesn't make sense. The whole talus is the reminder. Why do I need that string? And finally, the third complaint was, Madua tisnashu ol ke'al Hashem. Why do we need leaders? We all holy. Why do we need leaders? And the Rebbe points out, he says, Korach was very smart, very wise person. So obviously his questions had some wisdom to it, some logic, wisdom to it. And the Rebbe explains what Korach said is the house is filled with Torah. We all filled with the knowledge and study of Hashem. Why do we need the mezuzah? And Moshe Rabbeinu says, yes, we do need a mezuzah. Because no matter how much Torah you learn, you can sometimes be a house full of Torah, but you're missing that mezuzah. The mezuzah that says, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. That the Torah should be a Torah, studying Torah in a way to devote yourself to Hashem and commit yourself to Hashem. And the same thing is with the story with the talus, with the tzitzis. He says, talus represents the mitzvahs. He says, talus shekulei techeles. Sometimes I have a talus filled with mitzvahs. Do I still need those strings, the little strings in the 4 corners? Says the Rebbe, yes. Sometimes, Moshe Rabbeinu is telling us, sometimes you decide, you take upon yourself, I'm going to do all the mitzvahs. I'm going to be so committed to Hashem. Like on Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, and make a decision, I want to be so close to Hashem. But then when it comes the next day, when it comes to the details, there is the strings and the 4 corners. Those details, sometimes you forget. You're inspired in a generally inspired to commit to or be connected with Hashem, but the details when it comes to the challenges on a day-to-day basis, sometimes you may forget, and that is why you need the tzitzis. And the same thing is the third question you had. Why do we need a leader? You do need a leader, because judging for yourself, It says, Al kol peshaim techaseh ahava, all of the sins, self-love covers all of the sins. You need a leader, somebody to guide you, somebody who's not biased. He can guide you and tell you exactly what to do. And a true leader, like Moshe Rabbeinu, who is selfless, devotes himself and sacrifices himself to save another Jew. Rebbe, we find in the Rebbe also this concept of the leadership, of making sure to care for the single individual. A true leader doesn't give up a single Jew. Just like Moshe Rabbeinu, with the famous story with the sheep, that he cared for a single sheep that left the flock. The Rebbe also points out, in this week's Torah portion itself, we see also this leadership in the Rebbe. He says, why do we name the Torah portion after such a person? Korach is such an evil person. Why name a portion of the Torah after him? So the Rebbe says, because after all, even Korach had something that we can learn from him. And that is the desire for greatness. The desire to be holy. He wants to be also in that level. That desire we should learn from Korach. Of course, you need to know how to channel it. How to channel your desire. That is why you need a true leader, that you should guide you. That's why we need a Rebbe. But this desire itself is a good thing. And here we see this great love that the Rebbe has to find something positive to say about every single Jew, because ultimately, when Mashiach comes, the leader takes us all out of Golus. Even a person like Korach, that is so far off, the Rebbe found a way to say something positive about him, about his neshama. So we are now getting ready for Mashiach. We need to continue this work with the Rebbe, to be connected with the Rebbe, to follow the Rebbe's guidance, and reach out to that last Jew that still didn't see the connection, still didn't see the light. Let's share this light, and to bring the light of the Torah to the entire world. And it should happen soon with the coming of Mashiach. Have a good Shabbos and a good Chodesh.